Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, from the time Gachagwa and Ruto ascended to power, Gachagwa has been starting to front himself as the Mount Kenya leader. With all that, he is preparing for the next election after Ruto. That means 2032, and if possible 2027. But then you look at the gap between 2027 and Gachagwa has no space. So that means his most target is in 2032. With all this, we have seen his own home county governor of Nyeri, Mutahi Kahiga, getting even to Rift Valley and trying to convince people that Mount Kenya is with Ruto for the next 10 years. After that, we are asking for your support to support Gachagwa to take over from William Samoei Ruto. So already Gachagwa has been started positioning himself using his close allies to him from Mount Kenya region. Now with all this, the other side that supported William Ruto, it is Western. I'm talking about leadership but not the people. The Western leadership that was in Raila in 2017. Mudavadi, Wetangula, Khalwale and the team. They are now with Ruto. But now for the first time, the Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale has come out to now say what they are looking for as Mulembe Nation after William Samoei Ruto. And Khalwale is saying that they had an agreement that Ruto will be supported, but then after that there will be Aluya who will be supported after Ruto. But this makes me then to ask a question here. When Uhuru was campaigning with Ruto, they were telling Kenyans, yangu kumi, ya Ruto kumi. So it was help me, then after I will be supporting you. That thing sank deep in the minds of people in Mount Kenya region. So they knew after Uhuru it is Ruto. But then we know after that Uhuru supported Raila Odinga. But that was the ground that they had laid on their supporters. Ask yourself a question. Why is it that up to now, I have never heard in any function Ruto saying that yangu kumi ya Gachagwa kumi? First of all, listen to Boni Khalwale's message, which seemingly is going to regard the Gachagwa and some few leaders that we want to talk about in the Western region, and William Samoei Ruto as far as 2027-2032 election is concerned after William Ruto.
William Ruto. President Ruto, we voted for you. We respect you. We love you. I work for you. I am one of your leaders in the Senate. And Ruto, I want to tell you today, kwamba ulituomba kura ya rais, tukachangia, umepata. Mungu ndiye aliamua. President, sababu ilikuwa mbili peke yake ilionifanya nikaomba watu wetu na wakakubali. Niliwaambia, wewe, your excellency president, ukiwa president, Luya land will never be the same again, kwamba maendeleo itakuwa pembe zetu sote. Mwiyama na oshu mwiyama. Jambo ya mwisho, President Ruto, ambaye niliambia hawa Luya, ni kwamba vile tunatoa uhuru na tunaingiza wewe, wakati wewe utatoka na sisi Waluya tutaingiza president wa Kenya awe Mluya. And I want to repeat it for the absent time. Nikiwa hapa kwa watu wetu kwamba I have not lost focus. We are supporting the president today up to 2032. President awe president, na katika hiyo miaka sisi tuone maendeleo ikifanyika pembe zingine za Kenya, ifanyike hapa kwetu. Na Mr. President, ukae ukijua, ukiwa na mtu mrefu, mfupi, mnono, tajiri, maskini, wakae wakijua kwamba vile mnatembea na Boni Khalwale, sina siri. Mimi ni mtoto ya maskini, mtoto ya changa brua. Mimi ni mtoto mwenye Mungu alitaka nikuwe vile nilivyo, siwezi tembea na uongo. President Ruto, sisi tunataka tukuridhi ukitoka kama rais, na sisi walio tuingia. I'm telling you. Kwa hivyo Mr. President, nikiona katika mtandao serikali ya picha na nani, those people are not our leaders. Watu wenye naona kwa mtandao naanza kujipendekeza kwa rais, ndio rais yaseme ati nyinyi ndio mnatoka uliokuwa mkoa wa Magharibi. No, wenyu kuinjira ibuluya msata bayo babaka bakenya yamanya msata ukurang Inangungwa Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, msata wakabili Inangungwa Moses Masika Wetangula, msata ukumalika Inangungwa Shinship Dr. Boni Khalwale. And President, don't lose that focus.
Now we are continuing with this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now the truth is that it is too hard to predict who will be the next president in 2032. Because here in 27 we still have Raila Odinga factor, we have Ruto factor in this country. So when you still have Raila Odinga influencing his supporters, then it is still a subject of discussion. But when Raila is out of this scene, that's when the political equation is going to change in this country. That's the truth. Because, for example, right now, majority of people in Western region do believe in Raila Odinga leadership, that the person they would have wished to become the president. So anytime Raila Odinga will be on ballot, Mulembe Nation is going to support Raila Odinga. I'm saying so because then I'm asking myself a question. 2032, Khalwale is talking about a leader in the Western, probably Mudavadi or Wetangula. Would they have a chance when Raila is on ballot? The answer is no. So 2032 Raila will not be on that ballot. But in 2027 he can be there. Because then if he's supporting another person, then the question of Mulembe Nation comes in. They have been supporting Raila because of the believing in his ideology. Will they support that other person that Raila will be supporting? It is still a question of a debate. So 2032, Khalwale is saying that they need a lawyer to be on ballot, supported by William Samoei Ruto. Seemingly, Ruto has not any problem of supporting someone in Western, let's say Mudavadi, because it has now been proven that any president supporting his deputy, especially in Kenya, it becomes a problem. Moi, Kenya, Kibaki, then Uhuru, and Ruto is here. Seemingly, he's holding to Gachagwa because he needs that support from Mount Kenya. But if not so, Ruto will go for another person quickly. That person would be Musalia Mudavadi. So with all this, Khalwale has a message for Gachagwa. Gachagwa is looking forward to take off from William Ruto. But then Khalwale is bringing in the discussion from Mulembe Nation that we are also here and we are looking for the same. So I'm seeing a fight that is going to erupt in Kenya Kwanza between Gachagwa and Luya leaders. I'm saying so because I know even some leaders in the Mount Kenya region have another preference, which is not Gachagwa, but another person. They can support another person, but they are not comfortable with Gachagwa. And above all this, look at this. Tell me, who can support Gachagwa in this country, apart from his own people from Mount Kenya region? Because Gachagwa has come out more of a dictator. That means the only vote that they can hold to is Mount Kenya. But still is not sure of having the entire Mount Kenya. Right now, the person who is calling the shot in Mount Kenya is William Samoei Ruto, not Gachagwa. So with all that, I'm seeing a scenario where we can have Kikuyu against the rest, if that's the direction they want to go to. Because then the leadership has been Kikuyu, Kalenjin. Kalonzo amekuwa hapa, apati kitu. Raila Odinga hapa kunyanyaswa kote. So with all these other factors, what Uhuru faced in 2013, Gachagwa might face it in 2032. Because Uhuru had only Kikuyu votes, he had to buy William Samoei Ruto to bring in the Kalenjin. Then the other factors played in 2013. Look at that. Above all, having two communities, they never won an election in 2017. Now Gachagwa comes in. Tell me who will support him. With all this, the only way he can have presidency is only if all Kalenjin will be with him and they get some votes elsewhere. Nani wapi? Hakuna. So, there's also another factor of other upcoming leaders. Sifuna is here, Sakaja is coming in, the Malalas of this world from Western region. So, you put this one also on that panel of 2032. With all this, so many factors are going to play out. But in my view, there is a war that has been already opened in Kenya Kwanza. Anytime Gachagwa will be meeting with Mudavadi, he will know that Mudavadi is my opponent, but not my partner. The only person who will see Mudavadi as a partner is Ruto. But again, when Ruto is meeting with Gachagwa, he will see him as a competitor, but not a partner. So we will see more wars coming in, because after Khalwale's statement, I know maybe the Nyeri senator will come out and respond to Khalwale. Or Kahika will come in and respond to Khalwale. And the other individuals will continue. So we are seeing Kenya Kwanza going to the ballot in 2027 when they will be much divided. There will be the Mudavadi fraction and the Gachagwa fraction fighting within Kenya Kwanza. With all that, if there is other candidate, they will have a good space to enjoy in 2027. So already a war has been declared. Before it was Gachagwa speaking and his ally, not really Gachagwa, his ally is speaking. Because we have his people whom, you know, everyone has his own dogs. Kila mtu ako na mbwa yake. Akisema sa, wanaanza kuongea. Unatupa maneno. So now, we are seeing Khalwale now coming in to differ with those who have been fronting Gachagwa from Mount Kenya region. So this is an open war that we are going to enjoy watching in Kenya Kwanza side. But I've told you many factors will come into play. Raila factor. I think 2032, Raila will have hung the boot. Political boot, eh? But 2027, there is still a Raila factor. Very strong factor. Either being on ballot or supporting another candidate. So, many things will happen that you cannot guess 2027 election, but we can see a war emerging.